Okay, this video is painting edges part 2, and here I'm going to discuss a very common problem that I see with my students. So when I'm going to paint this with two colors. So now in the background I'm going to paint brown, that you saw that I just rescued, and this is going to be orange. Now the problem that I see most of the time is when students are painting the background, so the problem that I see most of the time when the students are painting the background, now what they do is they paint the background without, they're scared to go to the edge because they think the paint might spill over into the other object. Okay, so what they do is they don't go all the way to the edge and they leave a small gap between the object and the background there. Okay, so when they do that, and then they will paint the object there with the brown, with the orange, and in the same way again they will be scared to go all the way to the edge, and they will so what happens is you see this small gap between the object and the background, and this small gap is very difficult to rectify later. Okay, so this is a very common problem that I see with students. Now what is the correct way of going about it? Now we turn the paper around and we are going to work on this edge here. Now remember, in this case we are painting with opaque colors. So when you paint with opaque colors, the topmost layer will hide the color underneath. So when you're painting the background, you need not be scared about getting into the shape. So when you're painting the background, you can be slightly bold and you can get little bit into the shape there, not a problem. Okay, so again, when you're painting the background, you can be slightly bold and you can intrude the space in the object. Now remember, so as you can see here with the brown, if you can see the, I don't know if you can see the pencil line. You can see the pencil line here. I have crossed that pencil line and actually gone inside the shape. Now, as I said, these are opaque colors. So when I am painting with my when I am painting the shape with the orange, I am going to go over that brown and make a nice crisp line. Okay, so I have my orange here and my brush, lot of orange. You can see my brush is fully loaded. Yeah, and if you are hesitant, you can let it dry a bit, but if you have an expert hand, you can go over the wet one without disturbing the orange. So when I will go over the orange with it. And you can see that you have a very neat edge. Little bit of the orange is visible right now, but once the little bit of the brown is visible under the orange, but once the orange is dry, it will get opaque and you won't be able to see the white. So this is the way to avoid this white gap between the shapes. Okay.